I know you're having a really hard time. Some of you are thinking, wow, I really think like he gave it to her almost on a platter. Although she did have to dig herself out of a hole how many times? And a hole that who put her there? You see, I put the printer over here now. I know I'm old and going all the way over there. It's just okay. So, like, I attend webinars. Like, it's America. You can spend your time of your day the way you want to, and I spend it the way I want to. So, I have put it on my previous Twitter all the time. I call it Mozambique. I purchased Martin Luther King's speech from the historical New York City GILDA Lehrman, Lamar. It doesn't matter. I bought it. And I asked for the provenance. So let's see. You have a problem using the word and introducing the word longitudinal study. Now, I tried to get you to use that word. Look, come on. Number one, I am now 60. I don't stop at the start at the bottom of a totem pole. I wasn't at the bottom of anything at 40 and not at 30. Oh, I'm shaking. Really now? That business English class on teenage pregnancy. You know, did the Girl Scouts make it a badge yet? Is that what we need to have happen? Longitudinal study, Furstenberg. That is like 35 years ago. I will ask, and they will. And thank God they put my name. Miss Kurtzopoulos has a question. Martin Luther King, American Psychological Association, social science hopes. Well, Mozambique, he did me a favor. I don't yet know what an NGO is. So there are many ways to look at this. Do you understand? What happens in America, it is the easiest canvas. Do you understand? It's blank. Now, I, on the other hand, you transferred me to hell. I appreciate it. I did so like the traction, you know? I appreciated it. Maybe you should put that on TV so people know when somebody's putting it on wrong. Yeah, I wish it upon you. The weights are lifting and your head slips out. Oh, but before the young man is going to say, and if you have a problem, just ring the bell. You're lucky I still have fingers to ring a bell. And thank God they brought P.T. Norris from Baltimore. I did so appreciate that block of ice. Oh, it was great. So there are many ways to look at this matter, isn't there? That's another topi day. So the John F. Kennedy archives, for some reason, they have this guy, VOK. They're not sure why they have him either. Oh, it's a little, I think the scope notes should say, but it doesn't matter. There is the Political Behavior Committee of the Social Science Research Council. I've been working on this for how long? When did I graduate? Archives and Records? A long time now. since before COVID. COVID was a very productive time for me because there were nobody next to cubicles and people were so willing. Now, that is VOK. So now, how can we look at this? First of all, you should say to yourselves, why didn't they tell me to look at this? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. They kicked me out. And then they discredited me. Many have tried. So here's the deal. There's really nothing that you can do to get yourself out of this. Because VOK for whatever, all right? He will create his own little endeavor. He brings in Samuel Huntington. Samuel Huntington, they will give me the little, it's the fake version of Clash of Civilizations. It's kind of like Google case law. It's not the real Supreme Court case. I consider it like a guide if it's the condensed version. It just tells you where to look first. It's not really. But then Yale or Harvard had a free one and then they lost funding and they got rid of it. It doesn't matter at this point. Trust me, it doesn't. So Samuel P. Huntington, Clash of Civilizations, he is a sidekick to VOK. Almond and Virba, civic culture. Oh, you see, Greenberg, he cites Almond and Virba. Greenberg is not a psychologist. Really, Greenberg had no business. It's not exactly they are not at-risk children, but he was more like the motivation of the teachers teaching the children. Doesn't really matter. Civic culture, Almond and Virba. Now, there are multiple additions to this. Stanford University. 1963, 1965. So basically, there really is no mention of the passing of the Civil Rights Act of 64, but the planners, they didn't either, right? James Q. Wilson, before 64, he doesn't say it's happening or going to happen. After 64, the planners don't say it. Burke doesn't say it. Beckman doesn't say it. And is Beckman related to the artist? Let me see if I can find the page. Oh, I'm sorry. Induction of Black children into American political culture. Almond Virba. Am I going above your head? Oh, I'm only 5'2". Everything goes above my head. And I'm not wearing high heels anymore because I can't. Almond and Virba, political culture concept. American political culture. Distribution of political orientation to political systems. Cites, page 440, take pride in system of government. Well, wrong edition for me for what I need. And I have to find that edition because he may have fixed it. And when you write something, you should say multiple editions. But regardless, these are civic cultures outside of America. So basically, don't go blaming America. There were other people that could have said something. Oh, I know. It's horrible, isn't it? Oh, What do you think? I should give you cigarettes again. I quit smoking. I should find you a match. There's no more matches. A stick of gum. You broke my neck. The smell of the gum, not good. My Tuscany Perdana. You'll smell me coming. Oh, I can't wear perfume anymore. So basically, why did Milton Eisenhower create UNESCO? Did UNESCO do the United States of America a disservice? I told you repeatedly, integration has nothing to do with skin color. It's an exchange of information. And God rest the soul of Barbara Jean Callahan, who said, there will be multiple people at your table and you will all have your strengths. And in my particular case, teenage pregnancy, stick to this bibliography. You go to college with a bibliography. You go to college to use the library. Oh, please. I paid a lot of lawyers. You understand? Theodora Lewis, Sharon. Golly gee, one clear knapsack on the front, one clear knapsack on the back, 3 binders in the front, 3 binders in the back. I paid you $400, gave you an hour and 15 minutes. Maryland Higher Education Law, blah, blah. Southern Regional Compact, blah, blah. After reviewing all your documents, we are returning your binders to you. We're not taking your case. I will call your boss in Virginia, and he laughed. She didn't take it? You don't have to, Sharon. I know. Oh, we all know, Sharon. United States, Great Britain, Germany, Italy, and Mexico. So, basically, you could have said that the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was just passed. And it, Kerner's supplement says, when we were writing this happened. And they also said we're not going into the Deep South. Now, that's not the political socialization of Dawson, which is separate. So Almond and VOK are friends. VOK pulls Almond in. Huntington is pulled in by VOK. You all could have done this. You chose not to. Don't, oh, please now. First of all, you and I, we would have never met. You do get that, right? You squashed me on purpose. Well, let me explain something to you. First of all, you only outsource when you don't want to get blamed. I outsourced. Outsourcing to me is like a consultant. I hired a consultant. Normal people, we all know that. So what are you getting nervous about? You hired a consultant so you can't get in trouble. Good for you. Nobody complained. We would have heard about it by now. They're all saying. But they don't say this guy, Almond Virba VOK Huntington. Why not? I'm waiting. I want to know. It's okay. Now, here is where it ties in with Huey Newton and identity. Then we have Huey Newton in Uncommon Ground. When he goes to California, there's another little meeting. And Huey says, I wish the students asked better questions. Well, that guy from Baltimore, Mayor Schmokey. Schmokey. He was one of the students. That's what Kai says. The cultural reconfiguration of global politics, groping for groupings. Oh, the group is very important. The politics of identity. Huey Newton and identity. I still don't know what language do you think Huey Newton would have selected for intercommunalism. Well, my take on intercommunalism and his take, what language in the intercommunalistic, whatever, like Algeria, the Black Panther parties of Algeria, what language did they speak? Well, you know what happened to those Algerians finally, because if you bother to look in the New York Times specifically, like after 1970, for sure, I don't think they call France and England communist or socialist. So basically, for whatever reason, but you have the International Herald Tribune, which is a joint venture between the New York Times and the Washington Post in Paris, France. Do you call them communist or social? Oh, I'm going to get there. It's just, I'm not there yet. Did you call them communists in that newspaper? It will not be till the uprising in the French Quarter where you stuck the Algerians that came to France. You call them communist. Oh, they didn't do that for a very long time. Shh. That's like a Neil Simon play or whoever. I don't know why. Cancer. Global politics, spurred by modernization, global politics is being reconfigured along cultural lines. People and countries with similar cultures are coming together. People and countries with different cultures are coming apart. You're not doing this on purpose. Alignments defined by ideology, superpower relations, are giving way to alignments defined by culture and civilization. You're not like regressing us, making us less civilized than we were. It's a Tyler thing. I hope that Steve Tyler is not related to that Tyler. I hope not. Political boundaries increasingly are redrawn to coincide with cultural ones. You know, I hope that British guy that did the lines, oh, I'm sorry. I'll just be like, you know, geographically he did something in the Middle East, and then geographically he did something like in Pakistan and India. He's the borderline drawer. I would think those English people, a little noggin, can we put some people that are the same together? Or did we just make them very different and say, whatever, I don't know. I don't think he used his head. Oh, I'm sorry. Political boundaries increasingly are redrawn to coincide with cultural ones, ethnic, religious, and civilizational. Cultural communities are replacing Cold War blocs, and the fault lines between civilizations are becoming the central lines of conflict in global politics. Cultural identity. Oh, look, there's a date on it. 11/28/22, 5:20 p.m. You see, I put everything behind. Page 41. Oh, look, Gadamir hermeneutics. Like, did she write that paper? I thought it was important. Wouldn't you? I still have not figured out why the only thing on the computer was nursing. That's not what I wanted for my Gadamir hermeneutics. Bring you to the next plane of conversation? Well, no, not nursing. Question. The thing I don't understand is if unity of identity is going to exist in revolutionary intercommunalism, then what will be the contradictions that produce further change? Like, it seems to me that it would be virtually impossible to avoid some contradictions. Newton, I agree with you. You cannot avoid contradictions. You cannot avoid the struggle of opposite tendencies within the same wholes. But I can't tell you what the new opposites will be because they are not in existence yet. So, see what I mean? Now, he, similar to this guy, VOK, it appears that social scientists, you never mention where you were born. You never mention what you hear on your local radio. You basically never mention your previous existence. Now, I, on the other hand, I'm not stupid. I'm not a social scientist. It's all in my backyard. It's mine. Oh, it is mine. It's my grandfather's small business. It's my great-grandfather's small business, a candy store. It's mine. I'm sorry, we didn't buy a bar. Oh, I'm not talking about that Fitzgerald. I'm talking about that Janos. He brought Hollywood. I went to the village board meeting, not because of the cell tower on the roof of the building. Do they get paid for that cell towers? There's like 20 of them up there. Who gets paid? Like, how much do you think the rent is for it to beep off that and go someplace else? How much do they get paid? Who gets paid? The church that owned a little bit or made the building? It's fascinating. Yeah, nobody's going to tell you that. But there was a public meeting because the sign is on when you walk up the hill. And I went. Is there anything that I should be concerned about with those? I can't ask about all the other ones, just his. Oh, no. It appears they finally created a law what the highest frequency can be. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, never do this. He bopped up, you understand? I fell for it again. What you got there? Oh, and from business English, there's two things in life I want to perfect my email heading. Because number one, they'll save it, they'll look at it if it's, or my RE for this type of, please provide me the village code that allowed you to do this to me. He opened the session and closed it. And that camera for the brand new democracy, he closed it too. And 20 minutes later, I knocked on the door. They're all back there. I don't know. Wish I was a fly on that wall. You cannot avoid contradictions. You cannot avoid that's Huey Newton. See what I mean? I guess so. But how does all that fit in with your idea of a unified identity? Newton, well, in the first place, we do not deal in panaceas. The qualitative leap, oh, you know what's going to happen? Copyright. Should I do it in Pig Latin? Oh, I don't remember how. Hold on. No, I don't remember how. Like, the pig? It's not me. I shouldn't say. Oh, you don't know what happened to me when I used that word. Professor. Officer Rodriguez, who they don't want to admit they had a Puerto Rican on the squad in like 73. Yeah, just Officer Purdy who sued the village. That's all right. The car comes back. What'd you say, Sophia? Nothing. I don't want to ever hear that again, Sophia. There I am in the sand. Get down from there. On my bicycle. You don't ride your bicycle in the sand? You know, it's for the snow. It will not immediately bring into being either a universal identity or a culture that is essentially human. It will only provide the material base for the development of those tendencies. When the people seize the means of production, don't you think that's already been done? And for the most part, it's your people. They took that Dutch money and that English guy. Dutch law is music. You don't like American law? I don't know what you're doing. will still have racism. You will still have ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism is a New York word from 1980. Your Gus Mitchell in 1995 on an ethno-violence, he put that word in there. Oh, the boys are mad. The books are out. The notebooks are out. All three of them, they want that 1 point back. I don't say nothing because I got it right. That's like 1980. But that word, it's not, it really, nobody really is forcing anybody at this point. The money is good. I don't know. The money is good. Where'd it go? Ah, I see. But the fact that the people will be in control of all of the productive and institutional units of society, not only factories, but the media too, will enable them to start solving these contradictions. It will produce new values and new identities. Well, didn't hip hop do that? Sure it did. Oh, and on the awards show, they say they have an identity that was financed by that English guy. And then, oh, come on now. It really, there was something else I needed. Huh. Yeah, there was. There was. So anyway, yeah, back to this VOP. Politics, parties, and pressure groups. I told you groups. Now listen, people. Did you waste my time in 1984? I said to myself, you know what? They're tired for some reason. Maybe it was like the Troubles. They're tired and they needed my out-of-state tuition. I don't know. Where I'm from, we don't know much, but if you don't see an FDIC sticker, you don't put your money there. And what you did as a community was a risk. You took the risk, and now I got to watch this man in a trench coat for like 6 months. Anyway, like, you don't think I could have read this? Do you see me being stupid? I can't put pieces together? You are really, I've been nice. But like I said, you're fair game, aren't you? Sure you are. You are all fair game. I have 2 degrees. I didn't write like this either. That's California. I need to finish. But you know what? It's California via Iowa. I mean, I just want to know where do I tell my employer or on a job interview, where do I say I graduated from? Well, that's another story. And then one day, do you know how I found out they became Global Campus Arizona? LinkedIn. Politics, parties, and pressure groups. 5th edition, VOK Jr. Did you all waste our time? Are you talking lies? If Stacey Abrams had a problem, well, we know nobody on The View said to her, hey, what about that Martin Luther King? Do you think he got his confidence from the lab school or Atlanta? Or like he stopped the lab school at age 12, but his father and his grandfather were a preacher, and then he went to Boston University. Like, where did he get his confidence, Stacey? I think she was hawking a confidence book, so I don't think she's really going to tell you the truth. You get your confidence from me. All right, whatever. I don't care. But if nobody brought up this VOK as a problem to your problems, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm a little busy. Southern politics in state and nation. VOK. Look, there's my friend Hodding Cotter. A monumental accomplishment. Look at that. He taught at Johns Hopkins. I'm not kidding. Oh, but who didn't teach at Johns Hopkins? Oh, I know. You're all just so, what's that word? Geflunked. There was some word like that. Oh, I know. You'll never get over it. No, you probably won't. That's too bad. You know, it's really funny because it doesn't say his work with John F. Kennedy. That's like John F. Kennedy not saying my dad. Kate and Jackie, they didn't fix her voice. I wonder why. Yeah, a lot going on. And wouldn't it have just been so easy? Dear Strom, you're the only one that can fix this for me. If he only answered the question, look at all of this that I gotta read now. That Strom, that Dixiecrat. What do you want from me? You've took away 35 years of my life, and I have kept my sense of humor. Really now? Really? Ethno-violence study with a presidential letter, and the Justice Department knew about it, and Shanita Cutler. Really, Shanita? Nobody did anything to you, Sophia, on your property. Well, Shanita, if nobody did anything on my property, and in 1991, when I moved into Spring Hill Lake, and the FBI guy knocked on my door without any identification, and what do I know about the FBI? I looked at his shoes, they're black and shiny. Looked at his shades, they're black and shiny. And when I called my friend whose father was protocol for Reagan. If the FBI was really the FBI, if the FBI, Sophia, was really the FBI, you will get a letter in 10 days saying thank you for answering our questions in our investigation for employment of a neighbor of yours. It is what it is, and that's what it is. So I have a lot of work to do here, don't I? But this VOKPP, look, I really do believe that they digitized all of this for your benefit. Now, why nobody else is doing it? Do not, oh please, I know. It's nothing in life is a sure thing. You can coexist. Look at that. What's it called? The Olympics. Look at that null set. Look at that look at all of those things. You share some commonality. You have different cultures. Sports was supposed to be a bridge. You made that mistake. You even fucked up the Olympics. They're all the same culture. There's no helping you people. Now, why don't you tell these children, for the most part, there is an international doping law. You are more than likely, although I have not figured the whole thing out yet, you are not unless, and you know what, they should have done it by now, almost like that they in grammar thing. They should have created another Olympics besides the special one. In my opinion, if they want to say your hormonal medication, which you will be on for the rest of your life, right? I don't think you're going to pass that Olympic test. And your side, instead of arguing with people, you better get those people to hire lawyers for you right now. You understand that? They should have done it already. So you need to be mad at the right people. Do you understand? You are not going to make money an easy way. Nothing in life is easy. They are setting you up for a big disappointment. Do you understand that? But you do what you want to do, like I said. How could the Catholics change the confirmation age and the Protestants did? Because the human brain is not capable of understanding what's being asked of them. Where are you to say this is wrong? I've got other things I can't be bothered by, but really, that's fucked up because you want to look at, what is that cartoon? My emotions? Literally. You want a synthetic hormone fighting a real hormone. What, are you going to have a boxing match inside of someone's brain? And you want to talk that way? Look, as far as I'm concerned, what's love got to do with it? Absolutely nothing. What was that? It was some other, what was that called? You're lucky I don't remember. Gotta go.